International newspaper headlines. Start your day with information and have your say on the newspaper review on The Morning Crossfire.
Only on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Good morning and welcome to the newspaper review on 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Sam Oracle Chinedu. As always, this is where we take the headlines that matter, and as always, the punch with the first offering. Yoruba Nation rally, Falana takes over slain sales girls case. Lagos pledges justice. One injured as Fulani clan clashes over who inherits family head's widow. Fans attack police as command parades heavily tattooed artist King of Madness as suspect. On media regulation, Bajabia Miller just didn't get it. Agric subsidy, farmers fault federal government. Government claims 6 million operators registered. Debt servicing rises, gulps 72% of federal government's revenues. Kidnappers raped me daily, killed abductees in my presence, a woman claims. We suspect conspiracy in Super TV boss murder, says CP. Tax credit. FEC awards 309.9 billion naira road contracts to Dangote. Kaduna kidnapping headquarters, says CAN, demand emergency rule. And reps to pass electoral bill today. Panel pegs presidential poll expenses at 5 billion naira. Over now to Vanguard. Group makes case for NDDC board chairman from Delta Ijo. State violence, the return of Buhari. Federal government deployment of Falcon Eye surveillance will save Nigeria billions of dollars lost to sea crimes, Oshimbaja states. No traditional council law beyond bearer rights of Obas, Ogun Speaker says. Nigerians need more than food from G7 countries. Petrol attendant in court for alleged 550,000 naira fraud. Wow. Wow. Alright, your responses and reactions always welcome. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0007. WhatsApp and Telegram 080 903 0646. We're live on Facebook as well. That's facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. You can drop your comments there and we take them live. My first call would be from OK from Ilabuchi. Remember, it's 60 seconds and turn off your radio. Good morning, OK.
Good morning, Shinedu.
Good morning.
State government award contract of billions of naira to Dangote. This is what they recommend development to. Upon the people we have in Nigeria, the people in government school and university looking for work to do, they use the I don't know how they use work with the Dangote. Awarding the contract of billions of naira while people languishing in Nigeria are looking for jobs. Not a welcome development to me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Abinere from Abua. Good morning, Abinere.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, the closure of University of Lagos as a result of the COVID-19.
Abinere, please speak up.
Yes, the closure of the University of Lagos as a result of the COVID-19. And I see that COVID-19 wave again is looming, because when we look back at what happened, the time when there was a lockdown, and it seems as if COVID-19 was on the street, seeking for which to devour. I think what I want to do is committee on COVID-19 should try as much as to enforce the COVID-19 protocols. But lockdown. Thank you.
All right. Samuel from Chokota. Good morning, Sam.
Yes, good morning, Samuel.
Go ahead.
I want to speak on the new headline saying that Reps want to pass extra pay today.
That's right.
And they say that transmission of results through electronic system is at the discretion of INEC. I say far. You know why these people are like this? Because some of them are not going back. They are fed up with their system. APC government is a failure. And we will resist it. Because this time around, the world is digitalized. So we want this electronic system passed into law. The results should be transmitted through electronic system. So the average Nigerian is expecting them to pass this bill today, and this particular bill should be included.
All right.
So they should not include it. If they do so, we will resist it.
Thank you very much, Sam. JJ calls from Rumibo. Good morning.
Yeah, Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Supreme Court halting the transfer of oil wells from Rivers to Imo State. I think it's a good one, even though it's not over yet. I've been to Akri, I've been to Mbede, and those areas look like River State as far as I'm concerned, because you have Amechi School that they built in Akri, you have the one they built in Mbede. So if you are taking those oil wells to Imo State, who takes the responsibility of paying the civil servants that work in those areas? Is it that River State will take the civil servant while Imo enjoy the oil well? Well, that question will be answered later when the case comes up. The electronic transfer, I don't think asking INEC to use their own initiative is right, my brother. I remember the Supreme Court judgment affirmed our governor, Yusuf Wiki, to power in 2015, which says that the electronic transfer is good, which is the card reader, but they should try to make it as part of the law. That's what the Supreme Court advised. So doing this is not a good one at all. They should either affirm it or leave it freestyle.
All right.
I said it yesterday that that girl did not act alone. She did, ma'am. I think more facts are coming out. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, JJ. Mufasa calls from NTA Road. Good morning, Mufasa.
Yeah, hi, Sam. Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, still on the issue of the House of Reps position on electronic voting, at the discretion of INEC. I also believe that that is not a very good one. We are saying that these things should be institutionalized in our constitution so that when there are controversies, it can be easily referred to in our books. But if the INEC should do it at their discretion, it's not even going to solve the problems that we have in our electoral process. So I think that first people should be serious with things like this. And lastly, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
I'm listening.
Yes,
Go ahead.
The response of the PDP spokesperson to Chris Feingold's position, to me, I think that is what she asked. He did not address the issues that was raised by Mr. Chris Feingold. If the man has said that the government should have told us the amount that came into River State as revenue, and the government didn't do that, and they are coming to respond to that without giving us a concrete or factual position or figure on what the man raised. To me, it's like a case of motion without movement.
All right.
I have my position. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Justice call from Omodioga. Good morning, Justice.
Good morning, Chief Sangora. My name is Justice Ori calling from Omodioga.
Go ahead.
The CP, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos, said they suspect conspiracy in the killing of Super TV boss. This is a murder case, and I believe this case is everywhere based on the social media, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. I urge the police to do a very good work. All professionalism should be employed to fish out the killer of this Super TV boss. This is good so that tomorrow it will not start demonstration or protest. And secondly, Two-Face said he will keep safe the family of late singer, Tan Sultan. I really commend Two-Face for coming out
to protect the family of his fellow celebrities. It is a wake-up call to other celebrities and to other people in this country. They should support the family of this man that is late. Thank you very much. I am Justice Dori from Omugioga.
All right, Justice, even though I see where you're going with that, it's a friend doing something for a friend. Everyone who understands the music industry in Nigeria knows Two-Face and Sound Sultan were very close friends. So beyond the idea that they are celebrities, well, Sound Sultan was, it's basically a guy saying, I'm going to look out for your family, you know, to his own friend. Promise from Rumodumaya. Good morning, Promise.
Good morning, my brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, the statement of the PDP spokesman to Chris Feinborn, I think it's a welcome development, my brother. You can only tell a blind man that there is no oil in the soup, or you can't tell a blind man that there is no salt and pepper in the soup. There is nobody in this state that doesn't know that Governor Wike has tried so much for this state, and his record is everywhere. Let us leave party differences aside. His record is everywhere, and we must applaud him for what he has done so far in the state. So my own, what I think is Chris Feinborn, he's seen it that the record of Governor Wike has surpassed what he expected. No governor is carrying out huge projects like Governor Wike in this second tenure. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Promise. I'll be taking a call from another Promise shortly. Bobby Emmanuel on Facebook says, good morning. Reps passing electoral bill today is a welcome development. They should pass the new electoral law and vote out bad governance. And YM Noble says, Lagos State University shutting down for coronavirus. These people should not start this again. We cannot welcome any shutdown in the country because of COVID. They should take all measures to prevent and quarantine those involved. Well, all steps to ensure they were safe needs to be taken. King Boy Eze, Kaduna kidnapping headquarters, state emergency rule says can. This is a welcome development because life of human beings is reduced under this government. The killing of people every day is so sad and should stop. Comrade Wabike, FG award billions of dollars contract to Dangote. Will the youth of this country, while the youths of this country, I think you mean, are languishing in poverty, federal government is aiding Dangote. Let me take that headline correctly. FEC, which is the Federal Executive Council, awards 309.9 billion naira road contracts to Dangote. That's what it states. Promise from Gokana. Good morning, Promise.
Good morning, Angelico.
Morning, go ahead.
Yes, I want to make a contribution on the Minister of Supreme Court giving an interim injunction for federal government to concede the oil well to Imo State. I think it's a good development. But one thing I've also discovered is that there's always an attempt to divert rivers oil to other neighboring states. I don't know if it's a deliberate attempt by federal government to reduce the revenue accrued to river states. So I want to raise this as an alarm that let Nigerian government and its subsidiaries be aware that people live in river states. And the subsidies that belong to river states should remain in river states. Why is it that at all times our oil will be seen to our neighboring states, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, and therefore and other states? So I want to thank the river state government for ensuring that our resources remain in our state. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Iberi calls from Rundele. Good morning, Iberi.
Good morning, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me react to the PDP leaders criticize Chris Feinborn against his comment he made to the governor. You see, well, I don't blame anybody. I don't blame any person because every person is entitled to his or her opinion. But let me tell the PDP leaders they should also know that we cannot do well. The account of worship he gives to Liverpool or Gucci Jamboree. Sometimes they should also advise the governor where they know is wrong. He is the governor of the State. Nobody tried the position with him for now. Wike, the governor of the State, what he does now is to go to various committee and LGA, besides those APs that they are not doing well. Why not he visit Runde? In Runde, particularly, Wike has not done anything. Because the people in the APC did well. Chief Justice Barrister, our leader in the whatever Runde, he did well. For a block wall, did well. So who is equal to the precise? That's why you know, not even achieve any project. You don't do it. Please let him do the needful.
All right.
Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Iberi. That's just 1 minute. Over to WhatsApp. Whatever the outcome may be, the CEO of Super TV cannot return back to life. I blame him for creating such vacuum that led to his death. It's a big lesson to many of us who are still alive. Warmates from Ilele says on WhatsApp. And Chibu Johnson from Rumibo. Supreme Court stops federal government from ceding oil wells to Imo State. This is a welcome development because it's a planned attempt to reduce the federal allocation of River State. Well, let's all see how that plays out. The order by Supreme Court to stop federal government from leasing 17 oil wells from Rivers to Imo is in line with the law, but I'm pleading to the Apex Court not to be biased in delivery of their verdicts, martial order. Well, the court is not supposed to be biased. When people start pleading with the court, I'm not sure if they've had a history. Anyways, moving on. The politicization of oil block located between the fringes of neighboring states is becoming a worrisome trend. Federal government over the years had used oil well to compensate and dispossess disloyal states of their revenue. Amadi David on WhatsApp says. And back to the phone lines. Quickie Gam from Rural Elimini. Good morning.
Sam, good morning.
Morning.
Some PDP spokesman react to the fine bond statement about weekend statement. Let us not throw the child away from the bad water now. What fine bond says, is it true? I say it's time with that number. In the stewardship come with an income and expenditure. So when we can render flyovers and road the work, we like it. But if you tell us how much you realized from federal government, how much you have spent, he didn't do this one now. So for PDP to want to go to precise fine bond, what fine bond said is true. A good contractor, a good stewardship must give account how much have I realized from federal government, internal revenue generation, federal allocation, 30% generation from federal government. Total 10 billion. I spend 9 billion. I pay civil servants. I did flyover. That's what accounting needs. Not just come to tell people what I want to have achieved. It's not good accounting. A good project man needs to tell people how much he has realized, how much I spent for this number of years. So, to do that one, me, I don't take that thing Governor Wike did as a normal thing. Let's give us how much I have from federal government, how much I have spent.
Thank you, Quickie.
For this years.
1 minute elapsed. Dr. Mrs. Mauleba on Facebook says the truth of the matter is that the very foundation on which Nigeria sits requires strong steel and concrete reinforcement, demolition and rebuilding, or complete abandonment. Let our leaders make a U-turn and realize that they have a responsibility. Okay? I feel like this reaction is to almost everything. Engineer Godson, University of Lagos shutting down students' hostel over reported case of coronavirus is good to prevent further spread, but I think the students should all self-isolate. And in Melka, JP, the Ijaw tribe should not forget that they are not the only Niger Deltan. Ekpeye ethnic nation have been marginalized for so long, as no Ekpeye son and daughter has been nominated into the board of NDDC. I urge the federal government to consider an Ekpeye son or daughter as a board member. We're divided along too many lines, and I feel like we're creating more lines ourselves. Good luck from Amuma. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Sam.
Morning.
Yeah, the response from spokesman of the River State to Chris Wambo. I want to remind him that what Chris Wambo said is exactly what is on ground.
Can you speak up, please?
I can't do worship. It's not clarified River State. It means that it's a very big indication that Governor Wike has very River State. So, did account of the worship, you not tell us how much we get from Nigeria. You not tell us the amount to use for project. So, what Chris Wambo said is truth. But I also want to remind government that the issue use the remaining 2 years to provide jobs for River people, to pay gratuity to pensioners, to implement minimum wage. People are dying in the state, not especially the pensioners who are River State for 35 years, no gratuity of the date. So you should use this remaining 2 years, more especially for human capital development. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And Sam calls from PH Town. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, I want to comment on the headline that says the Supreme Court gives an injunction for federal government to succeed for the 3 oil wells in the state. first. Concerning that, it's a welcome development and it's a good news for Rivers people, because I have observed that each time the federal government is at loggerheads with Rivers State, whether APC as federal government, PDP at state level, or PDP as federal government, APC at state level, they have always started to witch hunt the state, and it's a very bad precedent. It happened during the time of Akpabio. It happened during the time of the former past governor of Bayelsa State. Now it's happening again. It's a very sad occurrence. Now, secondly, the Fulani clans are fight over who is going to marry their late brother's widow.
Inherit was the word used. Who will inherit?
Hello?
Yes.
I didn't hear you. Say what?
They use the word inherit, not marry.
Okay, inherit.
Yeah.
It's very laughable.
No, it's a question of culture, really. It's about what works in that part of the country. Let's go back to Facebook. And Didi Alano says, I'd always doubted the possibility of Miss Chidinma killing Osifo Ataga with such ease. Effort should be deployed towards exploring the current revelation because there is substance in it. And thank God that Weibu says Supreme Court stopping the federal government from ceding 17 oil wells to Imo. The Supreme Court has done tremendously well by stopping it. And the issue of the opposition parties saying the stewardship rendered by the governor is incomplete, it is inconsequential. Governor Wike has shown the entire country that he's a prudent governor that came to serve his people. Relish Supremo, still on Facebook. The transmission of results electronically cannot be left out. Can be left to the discretion of INEC. The likes of Gbajabiamila and Buhari will never be elected in any political office in the country if electronic voting is adopted. Well, Relish, the voters and the voters alone have that say. Cliff Fegabo, electoral bill to be passed without electronic transmission of results enshrined means a failure of 2023 election. Temple calls from Rumomasi. Good morning, Temple.
Good morning, the very distinguished Oracle. How are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm wonderful.
The very distinguished Oracle. This morning, the police in Lagos telling me there is a conspiracy in the murder of the Martin suspect to kill the TV CEO. For me, if police tell me that they suspect some kind of a conspiracy, parading the suspect, fully known that they don't have any concrete evidence, does it make sense? We have been talking about, standing against these media trials and all of them without coming out with anything tangible. I don't think it's a very good one. And I will also tell, the River State government to continue in that approach in making sure that that which belongs to River State, remains in River State. As for the human rights, appealing to the city of River State, I think the Friday Ebuka I know is a man who believes in equity, fairness, and justice. And I believe he will use his good office in making sure that those police officers are brought to book with immediate alacrity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Temple. Good news from PH Town. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother, man. How are you? Today?
I'm wonderful.
Yes, first of all, transmission of votes electronically, I think what is good to be done is good to be done. But I think the people who voted there in the National Assembly knows what they are doing, and they should do what they ought to do to make Nigeria move forward. Kidnappers rape me daily and kill scores in my presence. I think this is part of the thing we have to do in Nigeria from the we are in charge of rehabilitating people. When you rescue a victim, you don't just take the victim to the life, you need to go to his house. You take the victim, rehabilitate the victim, make him your heart understand he's going to come back to his normal senses so that he will be able to cope with the environment which he finds himself and counter the actions from the Feinborn and the PDP statement. My brother man. Everybody knows that. We just came to read book for us. He did not tell us how much. That is the major point of stewardship. How much was spent? How much was recovered? How much did you get? IGRO, the internal revenue, federal allocation, 13% realization, the allocation brought from the government.
All right.
The Now, there's some take of something billion naira sent to the River State. We want to know how much all these are.
All right, thank you. Good news. That's your 1 minute. Supreme Court stopping the federal government. All right, of taking that. Back to WhatsApp. Ezekiel Isaiah says, Supreme Court judgment over our oil wells welcome development. My problem is, will the federal government obey it? Because they've proven to be above the law. Supreme Court stopping the seeding of oil wells of Rivers to Imo. This is a welcome development. The oil wells belongs to Rivers people by Almighty God. It should not be taken for no reason. But the court should look at the merit of the case, as the King Boy says. And coronavirus infecting persons. Okay, this was not easy to read. Please go through your messages. It's important. George from Buguma, good morning.
Sam, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes. On the electoral bill from the House of Reps, I think, to me, if we all believe that INEC is truly an independent board, I think the House of Reps is right, because they have the discretion on their own whether to use when the time comes or not. So I think House of Reps, to me, showing this part of truth. So to just believe and wait for INEC when the time of election comes. And for Dangote, I think that Dangote is also in one Nigeria who did such billions of naira as contract as we give. It can also be given to anybody in any part of the country. And people should know that during our electionary period, Dangote plays a very big role by supporting most of these political parties to make sure that our elections are done in the way it ought to. So,
oh, really? Okay. I'm guessing if I'm going by what you said, if, it's a big if, Dangote might be synonymous with the stability of the country. Interesting. Doctor from Gokana, good morning.
Good morning, my brother Sam.
Good morning.
Yes, I want to look at the response by the GDP spokesman to our brother Feinborn. For me, it is in order. Because I have said time and time again and again that the governor of Rivers State, for me, all we need as Rivers people and citizens who live in Rivers State is to support him, because God has given him this time to do what he can do. After him, and in the next two years or so, he is going to conclude his tenure. And then another Rivers person too will take over. Therefore, I want to beg every Rivers man and woman, so please let us support this governor to complete what God has asked him to do for us within the period he has to be in office. Madam Dr. Bukana, good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Ida calls from Nkoro. Good morning, Ida.
Yeah, good morning. I want to talk about Chris Feingold's statement and PDP spokesman. You see, when you never finish selling market, you know if you give accounts, we can never finish your reverse full. When we can finish your reverse full, we can come out and give accounts. And whatever thing he has done that I build this bridge also, Chris Feingold do not expect that unity will complete Opopo Nkoro Unity Road. They are surprised. Look at the project. So they should give him time. He will give account of everything he has done. He will bring every file out. He's not afraid of anybody. So Chris Feingold should wait. Please, thank you very much. I remain on them from Nkoro. Good morning, my lovely brother.
All right, thank you very much, Ida. Let's go back to Facebook. Ferdinand Modo said, did the Rivers PDP spokesman really understand what Chris Feingold said? That's a question from him. And Prince Julius, it's a shame to this country awarding a contract of billions to Dangote means pouring water in an ocean when youths are languishing in poverty. This narrative of you gave him contract, others are dying. I'm trying to understand it. Emmanuel Fruitful, passing the amended Electoral Act without electronic transmission of results is legalizing ballot box snatching and result alteration. And Wele Chinedu, passing the Electoral Act, leaving the issue of electronic transmission to the discretion of INEC, leaves Nigerians where we are presently. Nothing added. More rigging in 2023, he says. Okay. Lorenzo Delight, River State government stopping the Supreme Court. I'll just rephrase and say the stopping of seeding of the oil wells to Imo is a good one. Okay, let's leave it there. Ruben from Choba. Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want to contribute on the headline that talked about the COVID-19 in Lagos that has led to the close down of the hostel. There's one advert that we use pidgin English to do about travel to somewhere and come back. The houseboy is about bad, and the children embrace him, and all of them got contact. So what I want to say, the closing down of that hostel and the university, is it that all the students there have been quarantined in that same hostel, or they were allowed to go to their respective communities and homes, and as they are going, are they not spreading the thing along as they go? As if that be the case, it does mean that we're in trouble. So what they should have done is to close the hostel and hold the students, quarantine them there, give them treatment, and those who are not affected after the incubatory period should be the only ones to be allowed to go home. Now, what is the condition? What's the position? Is it that they have asked the students to go to their respective places, spreading the thing along, or they are held there for treatment? It's not clear to me. That it's a question I need an answer. Thank you. And then the issue of the oil well in River State.
Well, Ruben, you've used your 1 minute. I'm sorry, I have to let you go. Alozie from Amuma, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Alozie English, my name. I want to comment on the response of the spokesperson of the PDP to Chris Franco. But time has come in this instance, we will tell ourselves the truth. Because to me, there is one thing I believe in life. To show the truth to the speaker. The stewardship that we can give to us, we deliver to people. I've said this in the past number that accountability is the extent of giving the people, this is what I do, this is how much I spend, this is this, and this is the balance we have. At the time we can give the stewardship, we deliver to the people. We don't know how much that, we don't know how much it takes in executing the project which we are left to see. Governor Wike said, local government, there's nothing like that, and no one is functioning. So who is deceiving who? He came to Omuma to commission a project that he flagged off in 2015. He used 6 years to do 11 kilometers of Omuma people. We are celebrating like the dividends of democracy. So I'm telling to say this. Those who are supporting this PDP government.
That's 1 minute. Thank you very much. And my final call is from Joe, calling from Ahoda. Good morning, Joe.
Hello, Sam.
Good morning.
I want to react to Chidinma issue.
Go ahead.
So, I want men who are married, who are keeping a side chick, that all those side chicks, small boys in school, some of the boys who are into kidnapping and who are using them, like Delilah was just doing something. That is the way I'm still in their life. And I also want to say that there's a proverb that says that you saw Agomai. Let them lie the government finish. Let me finish. They can't deny. Not when it's doing work. Let me just to present where you have not touched and said you have not to this area, you have not to this area. Because you still do work. After finishing the work, then you will come accountability. Not to distract him. Let's pray for the government. Thank you.
Okay. Facebook. Comrade Prince Will Chika Mark says PDP criticizing APC spokesman. Sam let the PDP people tell Governor Wike, River State people, how much he received and how much he spent. No proper account of stewardship without income and expenditure. Acho Modu says the assemblage of Rivers PDP the other day in the guise of account of stewardship is nothing but a mockery of governance. Do they even know what an account of stewardship means? Governor Wike failed to state in cash flow statement format where the government got its revenue from and how it was spent. Okay, that's as much as I can take from your comment. Jefta Sokolo, the governor said he would give account, which he did. He did not say he's giving financial account. People should understand this. And Chris Finebone's attack on Governor Wike's accounts. This is from Prince Wilokere. It's shameful that the likes of a Pobo-born serial whaler, Finebone, can still come openly and wail helplessly. So many reactions to this stewardship thing. I think we've discussed it a couple of days ago. But hey, in the words of whoever said it, it is what it is. Coming up at 7 is the news, and of course a team from the sports gang will join you to keep you updated. And later on, we're talking the electoral bill. Are you satisfied with the current provisions? Yes or no? Don't go anywhere.